Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different because a lot of times people are surfing the web and they're looking at videos to try to get tips, tricks, techniques to make themselves a better shooter. Well, this is kind of sort of about it, but yet it's different. I'm going to start by asking you a question. What have you done for yourself today to make yourself better? To make yourself better prepared to handle anything that comes across your path today? Hello? What have you done? And the reason I ask this is because as I'm recording it, this video, there is a major Category 4 hurricane that is lashing the Florida peninsula. And for days, the government has been telling people, get prepared and get out of Dodge. They've been doing that all the way from Florida up to the Carolinas. A lot of people didn't pay attention. A lot of people were not prepared. And what have we seen? We have seen gas stations where the pumps have run dry. We have seen video of grocery stores where the shelves are completely empty. There's no water to be found, anything like that. And as the hurricane struck Florida, what happened? Power went out. That's a problem. In the event of a disaster, are you prepared in any way, shape, or form? Our own federal government, FEMA, suggests having 3 days worth of supplies on hand. That means food and water. You can't last without water. So do you have water? Don't take it for granted, folks. Do you have any kind of water stored for your family? Have at least 3 days worth. Do you have any kind of food? What happens if the lights goes out? Do you have a way of preparing that food? Think about it. And physically, how are you physically? Because I see a lot of videos and everything else where people are just like, bro, yeah, you know, I'll just get out and I'll do this and I'll do that. Can you walk? Really, can you physically walk? Because I'll tell you what, folks, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have. It doesn't matter how many toys you have or how large your bank account is. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. And this is coming from a 57-year-old man that was given a second chance at life. I had cancer. I was diagnosed with it when I was 39, and I managed to survive. So without your health, you have nothing, nothing at all. So let me tell you why we're even talking about this. In the shooting sports, everybody wants a tip, or a trick, a technique. They want the latest gear, gizmo, gadget that's going to make them this, penultimate shooter. It doesn't happen like that, folks. It really doesn't. It takes work. You need to begin at the fundamentals. You need to do the fundamentals. You need to practice them in order to get to whatever level it is that you want. The same thing is true of the martial arts. I can't begin to tell you how many people that you see that come into a dojo and they begin working on white belt techniques. They're there for maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, and then you never see them again because they don't want to practice the fundamentals. But the fundamentals are critical. What you learn in the white belt techniques are building a foundation for everything that goes on to the black belt. And in shooting, it's the same thing. If you don't practice the fundamentals, how are you going to get from one place to the other? There's no magic talisman that, comes into play. You can't wave a magic wand and everything happens. And physically, how are you going to deal with a bad situation? Can you get up and walk? Can you exercise? What's your health like? Get up and walk. Do something every day. The majority of us that have an 8-to-5 type of job, what are we doing? We're sitting in an office cube. And going to work, what's our mode of transport? Usually in a vehicle, which means that we're sitting. And to and from, we're in a car, truck, or some other kind of conveyance. What happens when you get home? Do you sit in front of the TV? Do you sit in front of the computer watching something like this? Are you sitting in your recliner? What kind of exercise do you get? Do you make it a regular practice to do exercise? Well, like I said, this is coming from a cancer survivor. I'm 57 years old. Now, what did I do today? Well, I get up, it's a glorious morning in the fall, and the first thing that I do is this. I walk, and I walked for a mile. So this was my morning walk. That's what I did. And there will be an evening walk. So I went 1.1 miles so far today. Now, let's talk about blood pressure. And this happens to be, whoops, that's my blood pressure after my walk. Right after my walk, I sat down. It's 117/73, pulse rate of 81. Now, before I went on my walk, I took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was this. It was 107/68 with a pulse rate of 61. Now, I'm 57 years old. I am not on blood pressure medication. So, am I really happy with those numbers? Absolutely. Those numbers are better now than they were when I was diagnosed with cancer at 39. Why is that? It's because I choose to get up. I choose to do things. I walk. I work out with weights. I do martial arts and things like that. Hey folks, like I said, if you lose your health, you don't have anything. Wealth doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. So if something bad were to happen, could you walk a mile? Could you walk to the end of the block? I mean, really, please get out there and do something, and make it a habit to do something. Anything that you do begins, like they say, every journey begins with taking that first step. Take the first step to retake control over your own life. Don't become a prisoner of a gizmo or a gadget, because this is happening way too frequently lately. People are literally getting dumbed down because of devices like this. They don't even know how to tie their shoelaces sometimes. And common sense, hey, let me tell you what, common sense isn't so common anymore. So learn how to fix stuff. Learn how to actually go out there and get out into the woods and learn about the seasons. Learn how to cut wood. Do physical stuff. I mean, I could go off for a long time here on a lot of things. But I tell you what, folks, just get out, get active. Walking doesn't cost you anything. Doing push-ups in your home doesn't cost you anything. Just basic exercises, isometrics, that doesn't cost you anything. Just get out there, start doing stuff, get active. Stay healthy. Once you lose it, what do you have? I care about you as viewers, so I'm just saying, please, go out there and do something. And anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, everybody, have a good one. Be safe out there.